Hey, it is time for another conversation with the mother-daughter duo at Food Love and Harmony. My name is Kiana.
I'm Jay.
Yay! And we are ready to talk about it. So listen, we have had a passing in the YouTube world. Um, I guess he was like a YouTube, star. He had like a million views. Whether you loved him or hated him, um, you followed them, right? Somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody that followed this person. Oh God, we're talking about Kevin Samuels. Woo! Mercury is definitely about to go retrograde. God dang it. So I personally did not follow him, but I do know who he is. I have heard him speak. And I want to talk more so about the controversy around his passing and just the back and forth that I've been seeing in the social media world. But before we get into it, let's get some smoke. Let's get some clarity and some sentiment so we can have a great conversation. How you doing today, Jay?
I'm okay. It's nice out today.
I see. I was just about to say, like, it looks like it's a great day in Chicago because it's sunny.
Yeah, it's super sunny. The wind chill is nice. It's supposed to be in the 60s today, so it's really nice.
Okay.
I'm just ready for Monday, Tuesday when it's gonna be in the 80s.
Yes, it's like 90 here, so I can't really relate, but I do know 60 for Chicago is
That's cool.
good.
In a week, I won't relate to the 60-degree weather in Chicago either.
Yes, like I don't want to
I'm
be
not worried.
ever again in my life. So I got my smoke going so I can get my thoughts together and wrap around.
Stay
Um,
hydrated. Water.
I got coffee in my cup. Pump that. Today is a day. Today is a day. It's a beautiful day. I'm going out today to enjoy the weather and do some exploration. But I'm a little unbalanced, a little off center. But it's okay. We're gonna work this thing out. So Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels has coined himself as a relationship guru, and he gives advice to men and women on like how to date, right? So he's very controversial. So the one episode that I had never seen him before, and I went to a event and they play a snippet of his video, and then we had a conversation around it. So what I saw from that video, I was like, yeah, he's not my type. I really follow people who spread a lot of love, and I felt like he was doing the opposite of that. Now, he passed away, and people have like lost their like I feel like whole minds, and so people have been like um arguing and back and forth with the I don't know, like I don't want to say disrespect or how to feel when somebody passes as a celebrity in their own right, right? He's a celebrity because people know of him. He put his work out there. Um, but I don't know. So I see people saying you shouldn't say things bad about people who've passed away, but I guess it depends on how you view death. So, like for me, I view death very differently. I don't believe that you just die. I believe that you come here for a reason, you get the lessons, and then you transition to your next soul journey. And so, energy never dies. And so, if you are an energetic being, a soul, which we are, you don't die. So, I don't look at it as like he's dead completely just gone. I look at it as he came, he served his purpose, and now he has moved on. But people are taking it really hard, and you got people on the other side of that thing that's like celebrating his death. So I'm just wondering, Jay, like, because I know you didn't even know who he was. I was like, hey, Kevin Samuels. You was like, who? What? So when you saw what was happening, when you looked him up, you saw the controversy around his passing. What were some of your thoughts that came up for you?
Um, I'm sorry, nature is so distracted. I mainly what I saw, one was that his mom didn't even know he passed. She found out on social media, which I think is the worst to find out about, a family member passing. But I've also been seeing a lot of hate comments, like someone's like, "Oh, what did you die from? 50 and being single?" And I was like, "That's a bit harsh. Like, what does his love have to do with his death? Like, that's not important here." It was. I saw a lot of stuff. I didn't see anything positive about him. And yeah, I've never heard of him. I've never watched his YouTube video because my YouTube is positivity and light and gaming. So I don't see any negative videos on my YouTube, like, stories, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, so his mom found out from social media. So one of the things that I know that I have a kind of, I guess, like I be in disagreement with social media is that when people pass away, people immediately go to social media and start posting. I feel like there's such a disconnect with real life. When it comes to certain things with social media, like this is a person who has, no matter what you felt about him, no matter what you feel or like or dislike, he was a human being who had people who loves him, friends, family, whoever, fans.
Right, that's somebody's son,
Yeah. And so I think it was very harsh that social media, like who the person who found him, whatever, immediately goes to social media and puts that he has passed away. They didn't even, nobody even knew he had passed away. Yeah, like it had not been confirmed, and so it took like a little while for them to verify and find out what was going on. But I think that the social media part is very disconnected from humanity and just how we should have compassion for certain things and just for people and humankind in general. Now, you brought up something really good. You brought up there was a lot of hate comments towards him. I've seen people say things like "ding dong, the witch is gone," like all type of like really mean stuff. So here's my question for that, because Kevin Samuels actually put out a lot of negativity inside of his video. So he would like rate women, of course, melanated, black, beautiful queens, right? And he like, "Oh no, you a 6. Oh, you got kids, you a 3, right?" I don't even know what he would rate me, because baby, listen. Like he had this like thing for, I feel like he had a very disregard for black women. That's just my personal opinion. And so he would rate, black women very low, like, and be very mean spirited. He put out a lot of mean spirited things. And so that brings me to like a question that I have. If you put out bad things and then people in your passing say bad things about you, is there some type of like death protocol where it doesn't matter what you did, people should just have compassion and I guess celebrate your transition in a more memorable way? But how does that then happen if you didn't put out light? You see what I'm saying? Like, do we just do it anyway? Like, how do we do that? And if so, how do we do that? Like, how does that work?
That's kind of a double sword, because you get what you give. So if you put out that energy, you kind of have to expect to get it back, though. So what goes around does come around. But in the aspect of like death, people should show some compassion. At least wait a couple of weeks or something. Let the family grieve and then, you know, be like, yeah, I saw his video. I didn't like what he was saying. It left some type of feeling in me, you know, or something. Not as soon as you find out, oh yeah, he was trying. Yeah, you died from solidarity. Like, hello, his parents just found out he was dead. His family is grieving, losing their minds because they found out. Like, I wish people would stop and think and be like, okay, how would I feel if I was in my mother's shoes finding this out about my family member or my child that passed away, and I'm going on social media and seeing all these millions of negative comments about my child? Like, especially while she's grieving, like, you guys have to stop and think about that. Because if it happened to you or a family member, you wouldn't like that. You'd be mad. People talking bad about your family member. But it's okay for y'all to do it to somebody else who just lost a son? I don't think so. Karma's gonna come back and get you. Plus, Mercury going retrograde. So pay your respects, or Mercury gonna get you.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that is very much so a double-edged sword. Like, as humanity, we have to have, and move into the Aquarius age, have to have so much more compassion, right? We just have to have so much more compassion and hold space for each other, in light and in dark. And so I think you're 100% right. You get out what you put in. People were already, like, the people who was vibing with him have really, you know, great things to say. Feel like he was, you know, a great YouTube advisor or whatever like that. So there are some people. So it's two sides to everything. And so the he has that. And so I think that it really shows us where we are as a community and as humankind, right? Like, I don't think you have to like what a person does to respect them. I don't think that you have to like what a person does to hold space for them. And I don't think you have to like what a person does to have compassion. These are things that are in us, and that we can continue to develop over time and keep evolving into our divine being selves. So yeah, I didn't agree with probably 99.9% of what he said, but I'm sending his family lots of love and light. Kevin, I am going to be sure that I hope for the speedy transition to your next place, your next world, your next lesson, wherever your soul is journeying to. I bid you safe travels in that. Well, any last words for Kevin J, or his people, his fans, or his family?
I feel like he's gonna be watching over his very closely. So to look out for Red Cardinal. There are messages from the other side. They're looking out for you, so keep an eye out for them. It might be Kevin coming just to see how you're doing with him. To the YouTube world, I am sorry, lost. I will light a candle for Kevin and write his name on a piece of paper and burn it with some love positivity words, so that his transition goes very smoothly.
Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
And hit that notification bell so you know whenever a video goes live.
Yes. And leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about the whole Kevin Samuels. What you like, love, indifferent, doesn't matter. Let us know. We want to hear. We'll talk to y'all soon. I'm Kiana.
And I'm Jay.
And this is Food, Love, and Harmony. Peace.